Hey, Ms. Vasquez. The first thing I want to address that your video talked about is something that I completely agree with, which is the Christian worldview and perspective of bringing God into the room with a client. I feel like even if we are not practicing as Christian counselors or in a pastoral or layperson kind of niche and we're just secular counselors, I think it's still important that we bring that compassion into the room with us, especially in regards to psychopathology. The next thing I want to talk about is that I believe you use the word a lot in regards to mental illness as outside influences. There are some outside influences that I believe can kind of jumpstart certain mental illnesses that are mentioned in the DSM-5, but I also do believe that a lot of these mental illnesses are just already within us. As you stated, through original sin, we have all fallen from grace. So, with that, some of us have had the burden of having chemical imbalances in our brain, which could be caused either by biology or just by happenstance. But those cause mental illnesses. Something that I did research on was that kind of like brought to my mind. I actually found an article by J.M. Hepburn called, or it's not an article, it's a book, but I read an excerpt from it, and it's called Psychopathology Through the Eyes of Faith, Contemporary Research for the Faith Community. Through this, it kind of gives you a framework of how to integrate Christianity and psychopathology, and it gives you more of like a clear view rather than, I feel like in the Bible we just see a lot of outside sources causing anxieties and stresses, and although they might be in some of these people's heads like Job, we don't really see a lot of, say, like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder in the Bible, or if there is, I haven't seen it. So I think that might be a good text for somebody to look at if they are trying to counsel through a Christian perspective, even if they're not trying to be a pastoral counselor. Again, that was a great post. Thank you, and good luck in the rest of the class.